Enjoying the stories? Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications for more amazing content. Let us know where you're watching from by dropping your country in the comments below. Growing up, I never doubted my mother's love. She was my protector, my guide, and the one person who believed in me when no one else did. But what I never expected was that one day, she would take it upon herself to find love for me, not just one love, but two. It all started when I turned 25. I had just finished law school, and while my career was shaping up well, my personal life was a different story. My mom, ever the traditionalist, believed that a man wasn't truly successful unless he had a good woman by his side. "You're too busy with work, Mason," she'd say, stirring a pot of soup in our family's small but cozy kitchen. "If you keep waiting, you'll end up alone." I always laughed it off. I wasn't against love, but I wanted it to happen naturally. My mom, however, had other plans. One Friday evening, I came home from work exhausted, expecting to relax. Instead, I walked into the living room and saw two women sitting on the couch. One was a tall, confident-looking woman with piercing green eyes, wearing a sleek black dress. The other was softer, more delicate, with kind brown eyes and a shy smile. My mother beamed. "Mason, meet Olivia and Rachel." I invited them over. I blinked. Invited them over? For what? To meet you, of course. She turned to the girls. "Mason is a wonderful man. He's just a little slow when it comes to these things." I sighed, rubbing my temples. "Mom, I don't need you to." "Nonsense," she interrupted. "Just talk to them. No pressure." I had no idea how to react. These two women, both beautiful in different ways, were staring at me, clearly amused by my discomfort. Rachel smiled first. "It's okay, Mason. We're not here to pressure you. Your mom just wanted you to meet us." Olivia smirked. "I think it's adorable that she cares so much." Despite my initial irritation, I had to admit I was curious. Getting to know them. Over the next few weeks, my mother arranged more accidental meetings. At first, I resisted, but gradually, I found myself enjoying their company. Olivia was sharp, ambitious, and fearless. She was a journalist, always chasing the next big story. She challenged me, argued with me, and made me think in ways I hadn't before. Rachel, on the other hand, was warm and nurturing. She was a teacher who adored children, passionate about making a difference. She had a quiet strength that made me feel at peace whenever I was around her. They were opposites, yet both intriguing in their own ways. And somehow, both seemed genuinely interested in me. But I couldn't choose. The conflict. One evening, Olivia called me. "Mason, we need to talk." We met at a cafe, and I could tell she was nervous. She wasn't the type to fidget, yet she kept playing with the edge of her napkin. "Listen," she said, "I really like you. But I'm not the kind of woman who waits around forever. I need to know if this is going somewhere." I sighed, running a hand through my hair. "Olivia, I like you too. But I like Rachel as well." She let out a soft laugh, shaking her head. "Well, that's a problem, isn't it?" A week later, Rachel also asked to meet. We sat on a park bench, the autumn leaves swirling around us. She didn't look upset, just sad. "I know you care about Olivia," she said gently. "And I respect that. But I need to know if there's a real chance for us." I was torn. How could I choose between two incredible women? The decision. One evening, I came home to find my mother waiting for me, arms crossed. "You're dragging this out, Mason." I groaned. "Mom, it's not that simple." "Yes, it is," she insisted. "Who makes you feel alive? Who do you see yourself waking up next to every morning for the rest of your life?" That night, I thought long and hard. I replayed every moment I had spent with Olivia and Rachel, searching for an answer. And finally, I knew. The next day, I met Olivia first. We walked along the river, and I told her the truth. "You're incredible," I said. "But my heart, it belongs to Rachel." She exhaled, giving me a sad smile. "I kind of knew. But I had to hear it from you." We parted on good terms, though I knew it would take time before we could truly be friends. That evening, I went to Rachel's apartment. When she opened the door, she looked at me with a quiet hope in her eyes. I didn't say a word. I just pulled her into my arms. "You," I whispered. "It's always been you." She laughed softly, holding me tighter. "I was hoping you'd say that." A year later, we were engaged. At our wedding, my mother sat in the front row, beaming with pride. And Olivia. She surprised me by showing up. As Rachel and I danced, she raised a glass from across the room, giving me a nod of approval. My mom had picked two girls to love me. But in the end, my heart chose the one it couldn't live without. Please subscribe to my channel for further information and stories.